Hello, social media friends. I'm Viridiana Marquez with DRB Media Communications Digital News, and Danny Barrera has the story.
The Crisis Center of West Texas, safe place of the Permian Basin, along with the ODESSA Police Department, the Ector County Sheriff's Office, and other city and county representatives gathered for the Domestic Violence Month ceremony.
It's a time for the community to come together and for us to take a stand as a community against domestic violence. It really takes all of us. It takes law enforcement, it takes the district attorney's office, it takes domestic violence agencies, and just concerned community members to step up against domestic violence in order to end this epidemic in our community here.
Domestic Violence Month focuses on the negative impact domestic violence has on cities and counties and other municipalities.
We definitely have had a higher call volume, and lately our shelter here at Crisis Center of West Texas has been pretty consistently full. You know, stress does not cause domestic violence. Domestic violence is a partner taking control over their partner. It's more of a planned and purposeful manipulation. However, stress can exacerbate the violence, definitely. And so in the last couple of years, we have seen an uptick in calls.
The Crisis Center of West Texas visits local school districts to educate students on how to have healthy relationships during dating.
My team, the prevention education team, we go into schools, we teach about healthy relationships, and through those lessons we do have students disclose to us a lot of dating violence that they're experiencing as teenagers, and we have folks coming in for counseling who are very young, experiencing domestic violence. A lot of emotional manipulation in those cases, and a lot of using technology in order to control and manipulate a partner is what we see a lot in those younger groups.
Proclamations were read by Odessa Mayor Javier Joven and Ector County Judge Debbie Hayes during the Domestic Violence Awareness Month ceremony. Odessa Police Chief Michael Gerke and Ector County Sheriff Mike Griffiths spoke on the law enforcement perspective of responding to domestic violence calls.
Our goal with that program, the LAP program, is to get the victims out of those situations where they're being victimized in. You know, particularly if say the aggressor is in jail, now the victim has a great opportunity to leave that environment. Now, a lot of times that doesn't happen, and it's not because the victim's a bad person or likes to be abused. That's not what's going on here, right? These victims have been traumatized, and they're going through some very serious issues, and sometimes they don't feel like they can escape their abuser, and that's a sad situation to be in.
You know, many times our deputies do have to respond to a family violence call in remote locations and without backup or immediate backup. They have to go there by themselves, and a lot of times these individuals who are involved in this dispute are very violent. Their adrenaline's flowing. And it's a very dangerous situation. There's been many times deputies, police officers have been assaulted in family violence situations trying to help that victim of family violence. And many times the victim themselves will attack the law enforcement officer because they feel obligated to that offender. And it's a sad situation, but it's a very dangerous ordeal for us to respond to, and we try to have a backup each and every time. That is a priority call. When we get a call for that is a very priority call, and so we do try to send backup each and every time if at all possible.
For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Danny Barrera.
Thank you for following us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also at DannyVisionEntertainment.com and at DRB Media Communications Digital News.tv. For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Viridiana Marquez.